33. 33 weeks of gaming. Oh boy. Let me fix the echo. Looks like we're live.
So, earthquake layer action is happening.
Alright, so last week you were in combat with a water drake. You had been given a quest by the magma elemental who said he would get out of here if the meat sacks were destroyed. The meat sacks are a bunch of drakes, elemental drakes. You found one of them and you entered combat. It did a tsunami attack and it used a psychic attack, and both were fairly devastating. The sound of the combat and the movement of the water has caused the other rival drakes in the region to become enraged, and they're going to begin roaring, and one of them triggers an earthquake. A huge fissure opens up in the ground, and a lot of the water is going to start pouring down through this fissure, and the water drake is almost immediately sucked through the fissure and down into a lower level. And so everybody in the party is in the room when this is happening. Some of you are flying, but if you were swimming in the water, then you'll be pulled down. So I forget who was in the water and who was out. A couple of you were in the hallway, I think.
I think I was in the water.
I was flying. I was in my chariot.
I just remember being blown back somewhere.
Tara was in the hallway, so you were not immediately sucked in.
I was airborne.
All right. I think everybody's going to be able to at least grab onto something or help each other to not get sucked down into the crack. But the Drake has moved to a lower level, so you find yourself standing here in front of a great hole.
What a great hole.
Let's see, where did I put all those figurines? We got a Grimoire. We got a Morgan elemental form. Are you large while you're an elemental?
Yes.
So you are that big. Good morning. I'm going to make him a little bit bigger. Here's a ring sight. He's the right size. And here's an aura. Alright, so you find yourself in a large empty room. The natural cavern has emptied of water. It's all gone down to a lower level. You can see that there's a 10-foot wide ledge that goes all the way around this giant sinkhole in the ground, and there are several exits out of this room that go into different passages. You can see there's one in the northeast. There's the way back is to the northwest. You can see that there's some stairs that go into a lower level off to the western side. Let's see here. That would be like the western side over here. You can see these stairs from where you're at. You can look down the hole, and I don't know if this is like easy to tell, but this is supposed to be multiple levels, so like this connects here. Does that make sense? Like imagine verticality, and this is 2 levels, like split along this line here. So there's the hole. The hole here descends to a lower level here. Does that make sense? Like a big cylinder?
Yeah.
Okay, I see it.
You see it. All right.
Yep.
That's the way the map works. So Well, the watery drake has washed away to that lower level far below. You hear a roar as he descends, and the water roars as well. Everything turns into a waterfall as it descends down this earthquake-caused sinkhole.
Any chance we could leave? Is that an option?
We could, but then the earthquakes and stuff would persist.
Dang. Alright, this... Whose turn is it?
We're not really in turns, so this is sort of exploration turns, which go in like 10-minute segments, and you can explore wherever you want. I'm not going to lock you into turns because there's no enemies around. But there might be hazards and traps and whatnot, so, be aware. Aware of your surroundings. You can use your eyeballs to see what's here on the map, and if you ask about anything, I can describe it in more detail. You can make checks.
Is the water drake that's going to be taking damage from my wall of thorns while we're out of combat then? It's just trapped like a fish in getting like strangled by a fish line.
Mm.
I'm going to send the Arcane Eye.
I'm going to say... Hang on a second. Let me find my notes. Alright, I got my notes from last week here. The water drake was actually close to dead. How much damage do those do?
It does 7d8 slashing damage
Give me
every time they're stuck in it.
Give me a couple rolls, and they get a save, right? Can they break free and move out of it?
I don't know how it would, because it's not small enough to go between the branches. It's basically like I don't know. It's like wearing it like a sea vest. I don't know how it would swim out of it, but sure, mechanically the spell says it should be able to. They're supposed to make, where is it? I think it's a dex saving throw. Yeah, dexterity saving throw, and the DC is 20.
Alright.
Wow, that's a lot of ones. 21 points of slashing damage as it falls and bobs in the water with the thorn ball attached to its torso.
Alright, he did make his save. Is it
Okay,
save for half damage?
Yeah. It's,
10? Alright. Minus 10. Let me do a little math here on his hit points. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, there we are. I found my...
Get the Flex Seal tape.
That's a lot of damage.
Not enough to kill it, though. It made it save. It moves out of your wall of thorns.
Ah.
A creature can move through the wall, albeit slowly and painfully. For every 1 foot a creature moves through the wall, it spends 4 feet of movement. How much movement does it have? 60 feet? So he can move 15 feet to get out of it.
Since the thing is encompassing his body, would he then therefore not be outside of it because it's a 20-foot diameter thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just looking
Because
at
it's
the
not like he's a
description.
small screecher just like walking through one side of the wall, like he's encompassed in it.
Yeah, he's gargantuan, so he's at least like a 20 by 20 creature, so he's still 5 feet into it. So then he has to make another save the following turn to see if he can get out of it that turn. Which he would fail. Which he takes the full damage there, and then turn 3.
Damage.
Turn 3 he would fail. Turn 4 he would fail.
I mean, even if he's failing, he would at least be out of it
Oh yeah.
after he moves.
You
But
got a point. You
he
got a point.
So 31 damage. Does that kill it? Before he can leave the ball of spike attack.
Ah, yes. It does indeed kill this one. All right.
Yeah!
I'm glad I did the math because it was very close. It was very, very close. So your thorns are going to finish him off at the bottom of the hole.
First off-screen kill of a Drake.
It's a very deep hole. I don't think anybody's light source reaches him, but you can hear his death gurgle at the bottom.
I did it! We got one!
All right. Anybody who's standing on the ground, I think Ringsight, you were standing on the ground, right?
It also is massively damaged while we're up here. Run through the healing spirit.
Taro.
Yes.
Heard, I heard.
Were you standing on the ground or were you flying in some way?
I'm gonna say I was standing on the ground in the name of being honest.
Give me a quick dexterity save to determine whether you have fallen into the pit.
Oh. A 6.
Oh, that's not good. All right. Ringsight, you are falling very rapidly into a lower level. You can see you are rapidly approaching many deadly spikes of stone sticking up out of the ground like a Mortal Kombat fatality. Can you do anything to save yourself in the split second before you die?
Wings.
Okay, you sprout wings. You are coming in pretty hot and fast, though. Give me another dexterity save to dodge these spikes.
It's in here somewhere. Alright. 10.
A 10. Oh no. All right. You impale your wings upon the spikes and come to a crash landing. So you're grounded, and you took 17 piercing damage to your wings. And you land prone.
These physical things.
Yeah.
My wings are.
Yeah, you like mutate your body and sprout physical wings, I'm pretty sure.
The stated method is that your skin glistens with mucus or shines with otherworldly light. I just made it wings because I wanted to.
Okay. Well, let's just say it targets your body, even though I'm, describing it as piercing your wings just for fun effect.
Yeah. Alright.
All right. So everybody else is sort of hovering on the edge of a crevasse, a great pit.
Ringside.
11 damage, you said?
What did I say? 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 damage.
17.
Yeah, 17 piercing damage.
Is there a particular reason these things making earthquakes, or are they just being little bastards?
Territorial battles. The drakes are contesting over the area. Yeah, it's sort of a convergence of different biomes deep in the Underdark here. right, Ringsight. I'm just going to start with you. You find yourself laying on your ass in a deep, dark hole full of water. You're actually probably underwater at this point.
Hmm. Not even.
Would you like to swim to the surface?
Not necessarily. You reminded me. Underwater, you say?
Yeah, you're in a deep pool of water full of spikes.
Well, I've never needed to use this before, so I guess I'm starting now. Aquatic adaptation.
All right, your wings disappear and you take on the ability to breathe underwater, right?
Well, I don't. It doesn't have to. One doesn't go away because I used another one.
Oh, really? Okay. Gotcha. It's not concentration?
Nope.
Fair enough. All right.
Insight, can you still get out of there?
I can, but I can also exist down here.
Well,
I don't want to fall again. What's down here anyway that I see?
Okay. Can you see in the dark? Night vision? You find yourself in a pitch black cavern. Total darkness encompassing you.
I have. I don't know. I can make light with prestidigitation, can I?
A little bit. Some sparks. I'm not sure it's going to do much more than a lighter.
Okay, I guess I'm not staying down here. Wait. Okay, I spend another sorcery point. Wait, hold on. See the invisible. That doesn't let me see down here.
Okay, you there?
Am I what?
Krius, are you there?
Yep.
Is your health token over here? Is this accurate? Are you missing like 60 health?
Yep.
Okay.
I wanted to ask about that because that was from before we did the rewind, right? So we should actually have full hit points again, right?
Alright,
No,
fine.
I took damage from the fight. That's what.
Wait, I have a
Alright.
question. One of my aberrant truths is the ability to see the invisible. It lets me see any invisible creature that isn't behind total cover. Then my eyes become a writhing sensory pendulum.
Gross.
Does the darkness count like that?
Nah, unfortunately, it's not going to help you in this situation.
How are we seeing before I went down here?
I think you were in the glow of Morg, who is a burning fire elemental that gives off at least as much light as a torch.
Also, Grimoire generally has a always burning lantern thing that sheds light for about like 120 feet or something.
Yeah, I'm on my chariot right now. I'm the, which is all
also emit light?
burning as well.
Grimoire,
Grimoire,
you heal 22 hit points.
Sweet.
I'll play that for you.
Thank you. We killed the beast. I'm gonna fly down towards the beast, ninja. But actually, I'm gonna fly down towards rain site and try to pull him out of the water.
You begin flying downward. Okay. You can see the body. Let me spawn it here. Where's my bag? Here's my bag.
Did you give me the health?
Yeah, I put it on your jump thing.
Thank you.
Are you bringing him back up here, or are you guys exploring down there?
Oh, I'm flying down. I want to go and rescue rain site.
Unless we have our magic carpet, I can't fly at the fire element.
Oh, do you want to? I can pick you guys up. There's space on my chariot.
Being a fire elemental in a cave of water is not a good idea.
All right.
Ninja.
The body of the water drake is massive. The
I'll,
top part of its back is sticking up out of the pit full of water.
I'll pick these two if they want to jump on before I go down.
Okay. Morg, Will, are you going down on the
Yes.
chariot?
Yes, we can. I was wondering, so okay, is it my turn now? Is the not earth elemental, Drake shown here on the table? And is he still,
Fog of War. You can't see anything but what's in this cave right here.
okay,
I've got the board out. I haven't drawn any Fog of War, but I haven't put any figurines on the board that you haven't spotted or seen.
but I thought we were up in the level above. I just see we just got dragged down there, but I thought we were up here and that the Earth Drake did the earthquake to plunge the
Yeah,
water
we
drake
don't
down.
know where it is.
We
The
don't know.
so this room here, this upper room, this is the room you were having the battle with the water drake in.
Right.
And
exactly.
when the Earth Drake triggered the earthquake, he was in a lower level, causing the earthquake. And then
missed that. I
all
missed that
of the water flushed down this huge sinkhole into this lower level, where everybody's at
Okay.
now.
So, but we just still don't see him now.
So now you're on the level. The dead body of the water drake is here, but you don't see the Earth Drake. The earthquake spell has a tremendous range, so he could be anywhere down here.
Okay.
What, 500 feet?
Right.
So actually, we don't
All
even know
these
that
squares are 10-foot squares, right?
Yeah.
Big squares.
Yeah, we don't really know, I think.
we don't even know that there's another. We just know that there happened to be an earthquake that pulled the water elemental down, and it's a little fishy that he would, fire off all these withering attacks and then all of a sudden just die. So that's a little bit suspicious. What I'm going to do then is,
Are you doing a lot, or are you just minus more health? That's all you try to do?
no, I have very little health left.
That would help you.
I'm thoroughly bloodied. But the point is I'm going to go invisible and sneak.
Pretty easy to do that.
I wrote down that Ringsight had 22 damage on him. Also, you might want to heal him.
What?
Oh, just a second.
Arrow has 22 damage?
Ringsight has 22 damage. I wrote it down on my sheet here.
Okay.
Unless you're going to tell me you're going to heal me.
Yeah, I'm healing people.
Okay.
I heal you for 50.
50?
1-5.
Oh, 15. Got it. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Are you still really damaged?
I'm still bloodied, yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, that's going to be next turn, right?
Ringsight, from under the water, you can see a glow coming down, and the brightness of this glow from the heavens is going to cause all sorts of like water effects across the surface underneath you.
Oh, I'm flying out of the water, by the way.
Okay, you fly up out of the water. You can see the cavern that you're in. You can see from here that there's a number of exits from the cavern. I'm just going to indicate that there's a little 5-foot gap here. There's a small waterfall here. There's a 20-foot wide large cavern passageway over here. You can see that water is flowing in this direction down like a little underground tunnel into another chamber there. And it looks as if like high up in the wall there's like a bit of a plateau that seems to connect to an upper level there. And so you can look up to see that ledge that you could walk on up here that seems to connect into other areas down there that are behind a wall.
Yeah.
Okay, Or and I healing for another 20 hit points. There you go.
Anybody in the water is going to be pulled eastward by the current.
Hmm.
Or is this holding us float?
Well, that's mostly just ring sight. But if ring sight starts flying with its movement, flying above the water, then you can stay stationary.
Yeah.
Just a lot of the water is draining out of this chamber into a lower one to the east, and a little bit into a lower one to the west.
He's just playing
Oh, yeah.
ass. These little drakelings.
Hey.
Now, this thing is a gargantuan water drake, but are you saying like maybe it has babies around?
I kind of feel like it does. It's just a vibe.
You never know.
Huh.
Where there are drakes, there can be young drakes or drakelings. That's always a possibility, or even eggs.
No, don't tell me I gotta redo this now.
I am going to. Well, I want to sacrifice this fucking thing.
You can do that, not the children.
You want to do a ritual right now while we're being earthquaked?
What's that?
Said you want to do a ritual right now while we're being earthquaked?
I can't move this thing. It's too much. I
How
think
do you
I'm gonna have to
light
sacrifice
it on
it down
fire to
here.
sacrifice? You're just gonna control flame it with a tiny itty bitty flame until it burns somehow.
No, I'll
Just
have
steam
to.
oil.
Yeah. No, just a sacrifice.
Yeah, don't you need like a bonfire or something to sacrifice stuff?
It's gonna be hard to
Well, I
set
could-
it on fire when it's submerged in water.
You could steam broil it.
Logistics of being a fire cleric in a water cave trying to sacrifice.
All right. Everybody with a passive perception over 18 is going to hear some noise to the southwest.
Sorry?
Yeah.
What kind and no?
Moving rocks.
Word. The earthquake must be close. You're burrowing. That way. Fly us.
I guess I'll follow
Anyone
you.
else extremely damaged still before we go run into rumbling? Probably earthquake noises. Oh yeah, ringside is probably missing like 22 hit. I heal ringside for 20.
Thank you.
Not sure if Sky will or Warren is paying attention.
I'm here.
Okay. Did you read the thing I said in Discord? You healed 28 more hit points. How are you looking?
28 more hit points, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, both of us?
Thank you.
Both of us healed 28?
No, you healed 20. I healed
Okay.
Skywell for 28. How are you looking now?
I'm
Better.
looking moderately less dead.
You're only missing 2 hit points, right, ringside?
Yes. No,
And
no, I'm
what
missing
about
20.
Sky?
I'm missing 20 again.
I'm no
What?
longer bloodied, but I appreciate it.
Ringside, you heal another 5, so you're still missing 15. to use my last second level spell for another. Alright, stop lagging. Ring say you heal another 12. Yeah,
Alright,
minus
yeah,
3 health.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it time for me to go again?
Yeah, we're not in turns. There's no creatures attacking currently.
Okay. Now the only exit from this room seems to be where you have that arrow going. Yes.
Okay, so there's multiple exits. You are in a water that is You're in a room that's draining of water, and there's multiple
water's
exits.
going
The water is flowing east, but there's also a little bit of water that it's going down a bit of a waterfall into the lower chamber to the southwest. There's a large passage directly to the south, and sort of to the northwest, there's a ledge that's high overhead that you could fly up to that seems to connect into other areas.
I'm gonna fly up to that other area. So, is each square 10 feet?
Yeah, 10-foot squares. All right,
Okay, so I can get up there with a move.
you've flown up to the ledge. Now you can see that. Let's see, up here, you could climb up or fly up to get into that upper area that goes into there through this little hole. That's sort of like high up in the ceiling. And
Okay.
then there's also sort of a slope that descends down here, and maybe there's a bunch of water that's sort of flown down this smooth slope here. It's level where you're standing, but when you get over to where the arrow is, it looks slippery, and you would definitely slide down this like a theme park water slide into that pool of water below if you were walking.
I'm going to take my standard action and go invisible, and then fly silently up to this upper area and see what's up there.
Okay. You fly up into an upper chamber through a small opening, which connects into this larger cavern. In here, it looks like there's some sort of secret altar.
Oh, that's odd.
So I'm just going to sort of outline it here. Big stone altar.
My friends, this is definitely not a natural formation down here. There's an altar. What? I'm not sure.
All right, you all are on the chariot. Where do you fly to? Did you want to investigate the noise? Do you want to follow Orin?
I'm following Orin.
All right. Well, you are, what, in the chariot, or are you just flying solo? You fly up to the ledge, then. So, it's basically just Grimorn and Morg in the chariot. Are you still at the creature? Are you going to do something with the creature first? You got the body of a dead water drake here. You've never harvested one of those before. You can make the survival check if you wish. However, it's going to take probably 10 minutes to skin it.
I am considering things. I can't make the survival check.
Yeah, I think
I'll
usually
probably
Grimorn
not.
does that. Are you there, Cruz?
Yeah,
Are you distracted today? What's going on?
a little bit.
You're not playing another video game in the background. That'd be
No.
rude. So what are you gonna do? Do you want to make a survival check and skin it, or do
Wait
you
a
want
second,
to,
my freaking Arcana didn't go off yet.
or do you want to move somewhere?
I kind of want to sacrifice the creature, so.
Yeah, you can, it's underwater.
Oh, is it underwater?
Yeah. Eventually, the water will drain out of this room, but it's gonna take a while.
Well, we'll come back to it.
Okay.
We'll sacrifice it when we can.
Also, your
Underwater.
Taro's light source, so he might need your help.
Where are you going adventuring in the dark over there?
He's following
In it
Orin.
and then sacrifice the flesh.
I think Orin can see in the dark, and he just flew off into the darkness.
I can sort of see in the dark, but only like blind sense 10 feet.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I am just a human though.
Yeah. Better to stick together then. So the party is following Orin up into the chamber where he said he found the altar.
Oh, there's an altar.
Is your chariot going to fit through this narrow gap here? How big is it? If it's a 10 by 10 chariot, it's not going to fit.
It's the chariot of Sistar. You can fit like there's 2 horses. You can fit up
Yeah,
to
like
8
4.
people. So it's probably not gonna fit there.
Yeah, you might have to
30.
park
right.
it and dismount.
Is that the only way there?
Yeah,
I'll
he's
just
climbed
park
up
it-
into a hidden cave in the ceiling.
I'll just park it here and I'll walk down. Take a look
Okay.
with Orin. I'll let him go in. Why am I so big on the table there?
I don't know. Shrink it down a bit. These are 10-foot squares, so you
character
have to
energy.
occupy a corner.
Yeah.
Except for Morik, he's big enough to fill a whole square. Alright, so here is a strange altar covered in shapes. The stonework is quite intricate, amazingly intricate. Seems to have inlays of multiple different types of stone.
Huh. Okay. Kind of impressive to go ahead and have the stone cut in that way. So that it syncs up like that. I guess I can continue into the room, looks like. I'd like to, first of all, look for traps.
You'll notice
The
there's
second
no
of all-
tool marks. Normally, carved
Right.
stone would have tool marks. This is almost as if it was grown or shaped that way.
That's even more impressive. I'm gonna first go with my investigate roll, but then I want to do maybe a knowledge arcana to see if magic was at work here. I've got a 28 is my base roll.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
investigate.
Powerful magic. Well, that's not the roll. Your investigate is going to spot a couple landmarks. To the east, an enormous black stone that doesn't look like a natural part of the cavern. And to the west, an enormous brown stone that also doesn't look like a natural part of the terrain.
Are those stones on the map there?
Yeah.
That one, and then over here?
This is the brown stone, and this is the dark stone.
Yeah, okay. Looking at the altar, can I make heads or tails of that? If there's any connection with those stones to here?
It looks related. Like the markings on the table, maybe they indicate directions, and maybe these are like landmarks for different directions to travel.
Okay.
You interpret this slab not as an altar anymore, but maybe more like a strange stone map.
You are here. Okay. And it doesn't look like those stones are going to animate into some kind of golem.
Nah, they don't look like golems. It's just an odd stone to be in this cavern. Like the stone was brought here somehow.
Okay. All right. Looking at the map more, can I figure out what might be in these different, like, is it other pictograms or?
Yeah, the map will sort of give you a rough layout of the whole dungeon. So basically, if you zoom out and look at the whole dungeon, that's what the map looks like.
Okay.
You'll see all the different connected chambers.
So that at least gives me a bit to go ahead and add that to player knowledge. Not player, character knowledge, I mean to say.
Yeah, so you have a general awareness of all the caverns that are here that you can travel to.
But that also means that this is, like, at one point a civilized area that was lived in, and I don't know. Do I see any other marks of civilization, maybe on the walls, or like old bones or tools?
You don't see anything obvious. Do you want to roll an investigate?
I had the 28. Do you want another one?
Yeah, that was for the altar itself, but I mean, like, checking the room out.
Fair enough. Okay. Again, 28.
Okay.
Base roll.
You search around for several minutes, and you're going to find tracks. Tracks have 2 large claws, and then a smaller back claw.
Huh. At first I was assuming this is the Drake's, but perhaps not.
Nah, this would be a small creature, not even medium size.
Like the Mephits?
No, Mephits fly. They wouldn't leave tracks.
Huh.
This is a walking creature that has clawed feet.
Okay. I compare those claws. No, small creature, not Terran. Like ring sight. I don't know. I'm starting. I point out the tracks, and I'm at a bit of a loss.
Okay. Grimorn, the tracks look familiar. You've seen these tracks before.
Point them out by throwing a stone invisibly.
You remember it in the past. Long ago, you fought something in a mine.
A long time ago, huh?
A long time ago, in an iron
Very,
mine.
very, very long. Very, very, very long time ago.
Do you remember what it was?
I can't remember the name.
They're hedgekin. Hedgekin are earth elemental type creatures that can phase through rock and stone and shape earth.
Yeah, we gotta be careful with that.
They're sentient, and they're like little gremlins. And their earth magic can be dangerous.
So we must be in the lair of the hurt Drake over there. So, what have you figured out anything about this? Okay.
You found out it's a map. It shows the layout of the whole dungeon.
Only this section of the dungeon?
The whole dungeon.
Yeah, everything I said was out loud to the people assembled.
So you're aware of every cavern that you could go visit, but you haven't explored any of them yet except for these couple.
I use the arcane eye.
Yeah, alright. You have an arcane eye. You can send it west, you can send it east, you can send it back into the previous water-filled cavern you were in. Where do you want to put it?
Yeah, what did we miss upstairs in the water side of the...
Let's send it into the previous cavern.
There were several passages that you didn't take back in the upper area. You could fly back up there and explore if you wish. Sorry, which direction?
The previous cavern.
You're gonna send your arcane eye back into the hole and back up to the upper area?
Yes.
Alright. So, from here, you can go northwest, you can go northeast, or you can go east.
East.
All right. Your arcane eye flies east, and there's a bit of a natural spiral staircase of stone that descends, and it descends into a hole. And then if you fly down that hole, then it has a passageway that goes to the east, and it's very brightly lit down in that hole. And you can see fire and flames and smoke and heat in a large chamber at the end of this passageway here. Are you going to continue until it gets into the room?
Yes.
All right, your arcane eye continues to float towards the illuminated area into the magma chamber. You're going to find there are several creatures playing in the magma.
Oh. Hello. How strange. Also, let me try something. What are they doing in here anyway?
An adult fire drake and 2 young fire drakes are playing in the magma.
Fire
Don't
drake.
like.
Yes. An adult and 2 young. The adult is
More,
gargantuan,
how would you like your own fire drake?
and the young are large. They're surrounded by a massive wall of fire.
What do I know about fire drakes
They're hot.
in terms of personality?
They're angry. Or,
Anything
more
else?
specifically, they are hangry, as in the combination of hunger and anger. That is their one emotion.
I know millennial slang. The one emotion, nothing else.
That's what they do. They are angry and hungry. The more they eat, the bigger they get. The bigger they get, the angrier they get, and the more they need to eat.
Why?
It's the nature of the fire drake. It's their element. Temperamental and hot.
Hmm.
It takes you a while to fly there. Are you reporting your findings to the party back where they were hiding?
I'm using arcane eye. I didn't go over there.
Well, with your mouth, do you tell them what you are seeing with your arcane eye?
Yes.
Okay. So everybody's standing around.
That's why I said, hey,
Ringsight's in a
Fantasy
trance and
is
he's
ready to
describing
go.
things. So what's everyone going to do?
And where's that exactly?
About
show you the path.
Can you point on the map?
100 feet up and then down a spiral staircase of stone into the east into a magma chamber.
What about the water lair up there? Like, what have we missed up there since we killed the?
It all washed down into this lower area.
There may be treasures upstairs.
Water drake treasures.
Yeah, unlike a dragon, drakes tend not to collect treasure. They're animal intelligence, they hunt, they eat, but they don't hoard things.
Okay.
So any treasure that would be around a drake is just going to be the remains of the other adventurers they ate before you got there.
Yeah. Never know. Maybe find something interesting. We're just wondering.
The Robbit.
Well, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, do you want to keep this thing?
No, I want to sacrifice it, but I gotta wait for the water to drain around.
No, the fire drake.
Well, the younger ones, the older ones, is most likely gonna be.
I'm going to
No,
tell
you don't
you
wanna-
straight out, you can train a baby to a juvenile, but a young is too old to train. These
Yeah.
drakes cannot be trained. They might be mind controlled. Psionics or magic could control them, but they couldn't be trained like a pet. They're too
No,
old,
Probably
and
gonna have.
set in their ways.
We're probably gonna have to kill them, but
I'm
Are
gonna
we
try
ready?
something.
Are we ready for such fight?
That'd be a tough one. 3 drakes. Ouch.
Well, we can't take them. It's just do we? Is there a way for us to rest safely around?
The map does indicate a safe chamber back up the way you came.
What normally happens when I try to psionically communicate with
Breaks.
Butterfly?
Oh,
How high up is this chamber from this one?
100 feet.
We'll have to fly back.
Pretty much do call
It
like.
is. Quite a distance.
It was a big drop. Onto Mortal Kombat spikes.
Sec.
I don't know if you, but I could use a rest. I could use some healing and some patching. If we're gonna
I
be-
healed you more. You're at 186 out of 2.201.
So Taro, are you asking like what the communication with an animal is like in your mind? I mean, you can
Okay, so
probably you could probably do it, but it would be more conceptual from an animal, not very verbose.
Alright, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try a sending spell.
Okay.
Okay, this is gonna require. I need a second to formulate this in beast speak.
I mean, didn't you leave him back on the airship? It's quite a ways.
No, no. I was asking what happens usually when I try to talk to him. Like, just what happens normally.
I think you use telepathic speech most of the time, don't you?
Yeah, but I remember when I tried to communicate with you. So it's a hit and miss. I tried to communicate with that random fire drake out in the sea, and all that did was that he's like, "Screw you," and then he tried to blow us up.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it worked or not.
Drakes do not have a language, and they've got an animal intelligence of 6. So really, anything they're saying is going to be pretty basic and conceptual, like hunger and scared or
Oh,
angry.
yeah, the sending spell enables things that are freaking brain dead to understand me.
So yeah, I mean, you can communicate things, but very, very low intelligence. Very simple thoughts. So if you're trying to give complex instructions, you're going to have a hard time. It'd be like trying to get your cat to do something.
Protect,
Why can't I train my cat to poop in the toilet? I'm telling him how to poop in the toilet, and he's just not learning.
Oh no, we did that.
Yeah, some people do. It's impressive.
But those are like very smart cats. It's not the average cat that does this.
Right.
Well, it came to a head very terribly. So what happens is you get this litter box that just sits in the toilet, and then they learn to do it.
Yeah, you gotta make it
Litter
smaller and
box.
smaller, right?
Yeah. Now the problem is that one time my dad got up to go to the bathroom at night and didn't look where he was going, and sat on the cat who happened to be perched. 'Cause when the cat does this, it's really weird to look at because they've got all 4 paws and just the rim of the toilet to poop, and then
I
you
can
open the door
imagine,
and see the
yeah.
cat just in there pooping. But he did that at like 3 in the morning or something, and the cat was not happy.
Does
was
he go
not
in there
happy.
with the lights off? Like, how do you not notice a cat on the toilet?
Well, you're half awake, but she clawed up his underside pretty good, and his back and everything. So it was a bad day for everybody.
Oh, that's a good story. That's a good story.
That was the end of that. That she never pooped in the toilet. She'd poop anywhere else in the world besides the toilet. So yes.
Okay.
Traumatized.
Yeah.
Alright, that should do it.
All right. Adventurers, you stand before the map of the Underdark under Ram. You can see all the interconnected passageways and where they go. The Hedgekin were nice enough to leave this map to guide the way. Do you want to travel to the rest area marked on the map? Or do you want to explore more? What do you do?
I sent a message.
There's this green area up here.
Oh,
It's connected through this passageway here. You go through into there.
we need to explore that thing.
Now, that's one of the passages you did not explore.
And can't we just go back through like the area that we know to get back to the town, and then just rest in the town?
Yeah, you could go back to town if you want. But there's this nice rest area marked on the map.
Back to town.
I have sent Drake a message.
I'm just saying for Warren's sake. He's saying like we need rest for spells and stuff. That like technically there's no timeline. We don't have to kill all the drakes in one sitting.
I guess you're right. It just was shocking to me.
And also, he's waiting several hours for the water to drain out of the lower cavern so that he can do something with the body. But you could explore the caverns
Assuming
while that happens.
None of the other drakes come and eat it.
Oh, yeah, that's a risk. There might be another
What's my
creature trying to get that meat. It's a lot of meat.
Was a message sent?
You didn't tell me what your message is. What is your message?
I said that I typed it out.
Hang on, let me look. I speak in mind, we are kindred, mean no harm. Flame chosen comes, come to home, no fight, except will bring gift. Are you speaking to the adult drake in the fire chamber?
Yes.
We are kindred, mean no harm. Flame chosen comes, come to home, no fight, except will bring gift. You get a sensation of confusion. Where voice come from? And sort of like defensive, will protect children from harm, stay back, kind of stuff like that.
I will just continue this correspondence because it's freaking working, finally.
Like a mama bear protecting her young.
Exactly. Like a bear, she grows aggressive when anything comes near her young. But she doesn't see anybody, so she's just hearing voices in her head and is confused and stupid.
Brr.
Does anybody want to investigate the stones or look around in the rooms?
I did.
Oh.
I wanted to investigate those stones.
Yeah, there might be some gems around here.
All right, which stone?
Well, first the brownstone. I was going to go to the brownstone room to the. It looked like south to me. I know that's not quite right.
It's west, from my perspective. So I'm sort of going with.
I rolled pretty high. 18 to investigate the stone.
West.
Okay, so I'm going to move my person. Oh, never mind. You already got it.
All right. All right. You find
And it's,
you find
what?
a large stone, not a natural stone, and also not a stone that is found in this area. The kind of limestone cave that you're in, like this is a much harder stone that was brought here and placed with reverence and carved. Like the surface of it is almost geometric in places.
Huh. Okay.
What did 18 find investigating the stone?
Okay. There's nothing to find on the stone or around the stone except more footprints, the little clawed footprints. Many of them as if they've inspected the stone or come and walked around it previously.
Grimorn, this seems to
Little?
be
Are they
another.
bigger or smaller than human feet?
Smaller than human.
Grimorn, this does your cleric, your sense of religions make sense of this obelisk, this deep volcanic stone? It's this big stone here. Do you think that there's would there be riches in this room? I mean, it seems like there would be. It seems like this stone is very important. I don't know if it's magical or what, but I'm doing a search into this room. One more investigate roll, and that's probably going to be my turn. That'll be it. 36. Searching the room for hidden compartments or what have you.
Okay. It looks like the tracks all go to the wall over here.
Okay.
The wall has what appears to be maybe like a door. But it's not a door, it's just stone. Like a sculpture of a door. There's no handle or anything.
Sinkworm armor can't go through stone, if I recall.
You can only go through dirt, soil, sand, stuff like that. Soft materials.
That's what I think it was. I'm gonna look it up. What sinkworms can do again, but yeah, I think that was correct. So I'm gonna try the door and maybe search at it, but I'm guessing I'm not gonna find anything there.
Nah.
I sent another message.
Oh, actually, you're gonna notice that the inner part of the, fake door is actually unworked clay.
Okay, well then maybe I can pass through it.
You can pass through it. So you find a passage that can only be passed through if you're a hedgekin using Earth Glide or your ability.
Which is kind of Earthblight as well.
So this is a hedgekin tunnel, but it seems to extend quite a distance. There doesn't seem to be any end to it in sight. You're not going to be able to go that way for long.
Okay. I'm going to explain that this is. I don't think I know about hedgekins yet, but I know that this door is not a door. It does not really open, but it is made of soft soil with clay.
Now,
that's how it goes.
Grimoren has encountered and fought hedgekin before, in one of his very first quests, trying to liberate the iron mines of Tyr.
Morg would have seen that as well.
Morg saw it as well.
It's probably a passageway. Things that you might not know what you might find on the other side.
But you can see it goes off the map, so that's going off into Hedgekin land in the middle of nowhere. You found Hedgekin Highway. They can travel through these deep tunnels, through the soft clays and soils.
Well, I guess sinkworms can go through rock. Never mind. They can phase, yeah. Okay. All right, well, cool.
You want to go back the other way to the other stone?
Yeah, I'm going to go back and meet the party. I'm still invisible, though.
All right, you find another marker stone. This marker stone has a sculptural relief on the far side of it. Like, the side you were approaching was smooth, but if you circle around to the far side of it, like I'll put your figurine on this side over here. So this side of it has a sculptural relief on it right here.
Cool.
And it looks like Godzilla.
Oh.
So you sort of interpret this as like a direction. Or as a warning sign.
I was around for the Tarrasque, not that, right?
No, definitely not a Tarrasque. This is Earth Drake.
Smaller than the Tarrasque.
Oh yeah, quite a bit smaller. The Tarrasque was massive. These are just gargantuan. The lower end of gargantuan. I think the Tarrasque was 30 by 30. These guys are 20 by 20s. They're quite a bit smaller.
I'll use a cantrip to illuminate this this relief here, and say, my friends, I think we're not alone down here.
You also spot this over here. There's a table. It looks like an artisan's table.
Well, I've got time. I'll search it first for traps and then for. Okay, another 36.
Now, Hedgekin have human intelligence. They can use tools. They can craft. So this is a craftsman's table. It looks like the table that would belong to a sculptor, but you don't see tools. You just see the workspace and various pieces of stone, partially worked.
And they can work it just with their hands and minds.
Yep, they don't need any tools to work stone.
Well, I marvel at the pieces that I created here and investigate all the pieces that are there. If I think that there's something might be worth as an art piece, I'll take that. But otherwise,
Around the corner here, you also spot a pile of bones.
and so I'll look at that too if we've got time,
All right.
and try to reconstruct what type of being might have lived here.
Okay, you go over to the bone pile, and when you're here, you're going to feel a draft. There's a flow of air which is going through a hole in the wall into another chamber here. There's also probably another very thin crack that also does the same thing here.
Searching for secret doors first.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very hard to find. And the bones, if you looked at them, you can see that there's various animal bones here. They all seem like they came from some kind of very large lizard.
Huh.
It's not a drake, though.
Not a drake, though. Okay, that was my assumption.
Yeah, these are not drake bones. There's something smaller than a drake.
I've been taking my time. I'm hoping the party can catch up.
They look kind of like Inyx bones to you.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of thing I would be somewhat familiar with as a rancher.
Yeah, it's a pretty common animal. They're huge. It's a very big creature, so these are big bones. They'd make a big meal.
Okay, do we reconvene?
I am stuck with Vermorn's fire chariot. Wherever he goes, I go. I can't run in water at the fire.
And I suppose ring sight's in the chariot as well. Gromorn, where does the chariot go? Are you gonna follow Lauren?
Yeah.
All right.
Can the
Gromorn is
chariot
here.
fit down in this secret passageway?
Oh, again, you find a narrow passage that will not fit a large chariot.
No, park it there.
There's no
Does
more
water
water going
flow?
down the tunnel.
Yeah.
You were in an upper area, so there's no water flowing down into here.
I hop off the chariot.
All right. So that connects down into a large room. So the room, it's got a wall here, a wall here. Yeah, the wall kind of goes here and here. And that river that you could see earlier, that river is flowing at the other end of this large chamber here. And it flows underground, so it's going down at a slope. But on the far side of the river, it looks like there's like almost stairs that are going up into a room, like a chamber. But you'd have to get across the river in order to get up into there.
Vermorn, is your chariot thing? You can it comes from a little totem thingy, right? And then you make it grow bigger into the chariot. Can you make it grow and shrink back into the totem and back to the chariot pretty much at will, or is it like a once a day kind of thing? Chris, you there?
Mm-hmm.
Can you make your chariot grow and shrink at will, or is it like once a day summon?
It's a once a day summon.
So he actually had to park his chariot back here because he couldn't get it up into this room.
Yeah.
So from there, he could fly it to where I've been describing here. Do you want to do that? You want to fly your chariot through here?
yeah, I'll
There's
do
a
that.
much larger opening down here. All right. So underneath you, as you fly, there's all this fast-flowing water that's flowing down into an underground river. It would be very dangerous to be swept down into that hole, because if you can't breathe underwater, you would probably die immediately.
Getting bounced around.
Yeah, just sucked into a hole underground, unable to breathe. It's game over at that point.
Like a drain.
Yeah, like a drain.
Swirled.
Like you can imagine when the sinkhole dropped down into this large room here, all that water had to sort of go somewhere, so it's just trying to find the lowest elevation it can. A lot of it is going to flow down into the larger chamber to the southwest, and whatever's left is going to flow down into this underground river here.
Now, once you're in that, it's not like, you can swim to the top, float back up.
It would require a strength check because it's fast-flowing water. There's a lot of current.
Oh, okay.
And if you're wearing heavy armor, it's a real hard check. All right, Grimoire. So you see before you a large and empty rock chamber. But up ahead and across the river, there's a staircase that goes to a higher chamber in the stone. You want to fly your chariot up there? Grimoire.
Woo, we're dancing.
Can you
Or we're spinning like that.
you hear Ninja?
Where do you go
Talking to you.
next?
Hello?
What are you saying, Sal?
Prius?
I heard you.
Chris.
Yes.
He's talking to you.
Oh, we're just there. I was just wondering what you're doing with the show, with our characters.
I asked you, where do you go next?
We're going to meet in the inside there, no? From this side, no?
This place is empty.
All right, you're in the chamber. In the large cavern, you can hear the flow of water. There's a lot of dripping. From this direction,
So empty.
you're going to spot something, Krius.
Okay.
All right, through these stalactites at the end of the room here, something that Orin couldn't see is that there's a passageway that connects. It goes like this and like that.
There's nothing else in this room?
The waterfall that comes down.
Just cave?
You've got three things. There's the stairs, there's the exit I just described, and there's the deadly underground river.
I think we might want to go down the stairs and take a look in that room first now.
I'm going to be joining him as he gets into this room here.
Up on the chariot. Let's come.
We're gonna go back this way.
All right. Everybody goes into this area. So, all right. You go and you follow the staircase into a strange little room here. Now, here in this room, there's a deep, deep crevasse that drops away into a deep, deep part of the Underdark there.
Oh, I see now.
And there is a tiny opening in the wall that connects these rooms from here to here. But in order to do that, you have to go across the crevasse and up and through into this room here.
I'll go do that. I'll fly up.
All right. Oren, give me a perception check.
Okay.
I think you're probably automatically going to spot a 15, right?
Yes. My minimum is 18.
Alright, your passive is going to detect right at the edge of the water, like a crocodile waiting for a meal. Just the head. Just the head of a very large predatory underground lizard is just popping up just out of the water. All you can really see is its bulbous eyes and a little bit of its beak.
Okay. We don't need to mess with him. He can survive another day down here.
Well, he's put himself right here so that anything coming through the entrance is going to be within reach. So if you go into the room, he might snap at you. But you spotted him before he got a chance to ambush you, so you're not going to be caught by surprise by his attack. But this is an ambush predator waiting to strike.
I'm going to note that that's there. Do I see anything else in the room that might constitute treasure or make it worthwhile for me to be there? I'm still invisible, by the way.
Okay. There is a large lake of water that fills the room. And on the shore, there's a bunch of stalactites and stalagmites and some mushrooms. And to the north, there's a very, very long passageway that goes all the way over there.
Yeah. Which matches up to the one that was pointed out to me past the stalactites in the previous room.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and say, well, my friends, nothing really worth our while to go in that way. There seems to be a crocodile or some kind of predator lying in wait in the pond over there, but we don't need to mess with him. He can survive another day without our harassment.
He's got a 15 on his stealth, and he thinks he's hidden. And he doesn't see you, you're invisible. And so if you haven't touched the ground or touched the water or made any noise, then he is blissfully unaware of your presence. Just waiting for the next thing to come along that he can strike at.
Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and skip past that combat, I think. And I come back in here and touch back down to the ground. Nothing else to be
enough for the chariot.
It's tight. It doesn't look like it.
Would the chariot fit through the other hole?
Go up here and go now. Even smaller. Probably.
Yeah. Doesn't look like the chariot will fit in either of these passages.
We're just gonna avoid the crocodile thing. It's probably better if we just park the chariot up here and go in there. That is, of course, unless for more.
Sound good, everybody?
Let's go sleep somewhere where stuff else.
I'm going to make the executive decision and say that's what we do, unless there's anything else in this room.
Yeah,
All right.
Go back there, right?
So there is a rest area in the dungeon that was indicated on the map that you found, or you could return to town. Which one did you want to do?
I think we can stay in the dungeon where it's safe now.
Okay. So in that case, you just fly your chariot back into the 100-foot sinkhole, and you fly all the way up to the upper level, and then you travel to the northeast, which is going to bring you here.
Yeah, before we do that though, how's the water drake situation?
It's going to take hours to drain away. Thousands and thousands of gallons of water fell down into this room.
Okay, so things are still moving quite a bit on that water.
Yeah. Fast-flowing water flowing down into a deadly underground river.
So the next day things should have settled down a little bit.
Yeah, it was only going to be a couple hours probably before the water level drops. You could even do a short rest and it would probably be time.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a long rest.
Okay. In that case, you travel to the safety of the rest area, You can take a long rest.
So maximum hit points then.
Yeah. You can heal us all.
So last week you were in that main chamber where you battled the water drake, and from there, if you travel to the northeast, there's a spiral staircase of natural stone that descends down and circles around in a very winding path that goes down and around and eventually gets down into this sort of mossy green crater. And it's mossy, and there's a bunch of plant life growing because there's actually a crack that allows light to shine down from above into this area here. So this is actually like a nice little rest
Yeah,
area with some light.
Very long crack. How deep are we underground?
Incredibly deep underground. 3 layers of Underdark. You went through the sewers, and then you went through the steam geyser mephit lava tube area, and then this is like in the actual like full-on Underdark below that.
Wow. So a hole that goes all the way down like that is pretty amazing.
Yeah. It's just a crack of light, but it sort of diffuses and fills the chamber with a soft glow. There's also a little bit of water in the room, pooled here and over here. And there's even some glowing fungus on the walls, which sort of illuminated a little bit. Alright, so everybody rests, everybody gets your hit points and your spell points, your spell slots, and I rolled an encounter roll, and it looks like nothing came to bother you while you were resting.
Or we use plant growth and all of the algae. We have a nice soft moss bed underneath us.
All right, you double the size of the moss bed. So while you were all in this room, anybody with a real high passive perception is going to notice that there is a secret exit out of this room here.
Well, that would be me, but I'm going to go ahead and roll again just to give you a chance for it. 20.
Okay. So, like before, you're going to feel a bit of airflow in this room. Not just from above, but it's coming down from above and going somewhere. And it seems to be going eastward. And if you search on the east side of the map here, you'll find that this actually descends down. So it's got like a bit of a stair that goes here and then into here. And then there's carved stone that goes into what looks like an old mine.
Okay. Well, that is interesting. I think that's something we want to investigate next, guys.
Is there anywhere more pressing than that?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna while they're resting, I don't have a whole lot to do besides, you know, a little bit of healing. So, if I'm still invisible, I'll go ahead and creep up there myself. Let me move my character. Okay, so I'm gonna work my way just to quietly see what's going on up in there. And I'll do this at the tail end of our rest, so that way they, you know, still get benefit of their long rest without me messing that up.
All right. So you find yourself at the entrance to a very old mine. It looks like they put in some support structure and some masonry to keep this tunnel open, but they hadn't made it very far and gave up on their progress. When you get into the chamber, you can see that there's a lot of crystal down here. Most of it looks to be quartz. But there might be other gemstones here if a thorough search was done, but it would take hours. There's a very large chamber with many facets and nooks and crannies.
28 on my search, but that's going to take a long time. So this isn't that. I'm not doing a long search through this area. I'm looking for threats and maybe anything I can find in a more cursory glance.
Okay. What you will find is that over here there's a connecting passage. This goes to town up here. This is like an elevator over here that goes up and out of the mine. But it's ancient. Who knows if the mechanism is safe? Because all of this wood looks pretty creaky on this elevator here. But that's sort of off the map. Sort of off the map because that's an exit. Aside from that, there's a sloping passage which seems to descend deeper into the mine. You're going to find another natural staircase, although it's collapsed. So it looks like this staircase, it used to go down and then sort of circle around and connect into other areas, but it looks like the staircase right here has completely collapsed down into a lower area. And there's another hole here, which is also collapsed, so you're flying, so that's not really an issue. You're going to be able to navigate the collapsed staircase pretty well.
I'm going to walk to conserve my flying time at this point, but I'm going to go ahead and roll stealth for you on that.
You're still invisible, too?
I'm still invisible.
All right. So if you're on foot, you're going to have to make some jumps, some acrobatic leaps.
Okay.
There's 2 different pits you're going to have to clear in order to go down the stairs.
30 on stealth, and here's acrobatic. Oops, whoops. Roll that. Acrobatics minimum rule is 21.
Nice.
So,
success on the first hole, success on the second hole. All right, so with agility, you are going to go down the spiral staircase. You're going to hop over the first hole, continue down and hop over the second hole. So here, there's a long passageway. The passageway, it runs east, and there's a window that looks down onto an area right here.
And when I look down to the window.
All right. So you travel to the middle part of the passageway and you look out the window. So you were looking down on what appears to be like almost like a maze. You can only sort of make out the upper parts of the maze, so you can't really like see it in good detail from here. But you're looking down on a maze for sure. You can see it's got a bunch of passages going in various directions. It doesn't look like it was. It doesn't look like it was designed as a maze to confuse people, but it's just an old mine that is maze-like in its construction because they just sort of dug wherever there was any ore and continued digging in various directions, so it just becomes a maze down there.
Okay. If I don't see any kind of life or valuables, I'm going to probably head back to the rest of the party here. I mean, it's a mine. There's nothing in the walls that was valuable that, was half hewn from the rock wall.
You don't spot anything that looks valuable at a glance. It seems as if this mine was thoroughly explored and exploited and then abandoned. So anything that was valuable here has probably been taken away. Anything that you find is likely an ancient tool that is almost beyond repair from its decrepitude. The handles falling apart, rotten to the core, rusty metals, things like that.
Okay. Well, then I'll return to my friends and speak to them, saying I found a faster exit out, some old elevator that may still work, but it has a shaft that goes straight up back, what seems like to the town, and an old abandoned mine, but there doesn't seem to be anything worth value or any living things in it.
with a long investigation, you could find some gemstones in the cave with all the crystal. You're certain that there would be something valuable there.
Okay. Well, during the long rest, maybe I could do that, but I already said I was going to do that at the end of the long rest, so we'll see.
Okay. So you find 5 gems in the room when you do your exploration. It takes about an hour. You find a sardonyx, a carnelian, another sardonyx, an azurite, and a jasper.
Okay. Well, thank you.
I put it in the
I'll write those
Discord.
down.
You can add it to your sheet. There's also a large quantity of quartz. It's worth about, what is it, like 10 ceramic pieces per pound. It's not very valuable. It's like the lowest tier of gemstone, but there's a near endless supply here. So if you want to take a whole bunch of quartz, you could take it here. But I showed you the more valuable stuff that you found. They're all worth about 50 CP.
Okay.
Ooh, 11 o'clock already.
Okay, well, so we're all now long rested and ready to go back down, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can
Uh,
roll your feast.
Heroes
Finish on the
Feast.
feast.
Get those
Okay.
hit points. No, we actually had a chatter. Martex275 says, "Hello, mate. I love your stream. Pretty cool. That's why I followed. I would love to be a fan of yours. If you mind, add me on Discord."
Don't trust it, bot.
Yeah, it sounds like a bot.
Like, man, that sure was great. I love that thing that happened. You know, that one.
And they always say join on Discord every time.
We didn't say we had Discord, did we? That was at no point mentioned, was it?
Nah, who doesn't have a Discord, though? Everyone's got a Discord.
Okay, true, but you'd usually ask first.
Okay. So we're going up in that realm past the crocodile, the beak.
Now, hold on. So after the long rest, after the Heroes Feast, I imagine Grimorn is going to summon his chariot again, and then you're all going to fly down to the bottom of the deep 100-foot hole. At the bottom of the sinkhole, all of the water has now drained away, revealing the corpse.
I'd sent a message before we left to the
Fire drakes?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you say to the fire drakes?
Message had been
Mind speak, we are far, no hurt children, help children, food little here, we have food place, can feed, protect one. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you continue to make the fire drake think it has schizophrenia.
Wait, you think it has what?
It's
hearing-
personality.
Hearing voices in its head.
Seems I'll need to make a more visible show of things.
It doesn't get people talking at it down here very often. This is probably a first in its lifetime. A new experience.
Yeah.
I suppose if I, one day, living by the hermit, started hearing voices, I too would question my sanity.
Yeah. God? Is it him? Have I sinned? Am I going to heaven?
I also wanted to regularly keep an eye on that, the body.
Oh, you were keeping an eye on the body with your arcane eye during the long rest?
I don't think Arcane Eye lasts long enough for eye
Yeah.
rest.
I suppose not. What is it, like an
Actually,
hour?
no, it does act. Well, not for the entire. I could take a long rest and then check up on it at the end.
When you check up on it near the end of the long rest, you're going to find that it's being gnawed upon by predators.
Yeah, that's fair. When the cat's away, the rats will play. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
So if you're on the chariot and you're descending down to the bottom, there's a couple very large alligator-like lizards that are eating the body.
Firebolt. Pew pew.
All right, give it a shot.
I wanted to put them in a Pokeball.
They're eating my prize treasure.
Huge lizards feeding on the body. Armor class 14, natural thick leathery hide.
26 to hit.
Yeah.
20 damage, fire damage.
All right. The creature roars and is angered. It looks. You're flying. It can't reach you.
Nope.
On its turn, it begins scurrying away. It's going to go 10, 20, 30. The other one, seeing its mate flee, will detach from the body and go 10, 20, 30, and begin to run away as well.
Oh, creatures. What are they?
They're scavengers. It looks like an Inyx, but Inyx, they're generally not real predatory. This is like a deep underground lizard that eats meat. And it's about the size of an Inyx. It looks like it's probably in the Inyx family. They're actually not that big, but they're very, very long.
Okay.
So they're huge in the long direction, but they're only like medium in the width direction.
Let's sacrifice this creature.
All right. If you let them run, they're going to flee to the waterfall and go down into the watery chamber and sink to the bottom and hide.
I don't care. I don't care that much about them. They're just in the way. Oh, where's Oren's character?
I moved myself up here, so I'm gonna put myself back down.
Okay.
All right. The body has some big bite marks. There's some chunks missing, but it's mostly intact.
Yeah.
You're going to make a sacrifice?
Yeah. And I will need your help ringside. Will you
Alright.
give me your assistance?
Alright.
See if you can get at least a 10.
Time to consult the chart. Did the ceremony last an hour? Are you going to spend an hour here?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have an altar? No. Is it a desecrated area or unhallowed? No. In the presence of a
Must the mall map
creature
count as an altar?
important to the deity? No.
What? Oh, this location? No.
Oh, yeah. I was
In
I was
public? No. In front of 10 followers? No. 100 followers? No. Tortured to death? Combat doesn't count. Lost extremities to hungry demon prior to death? No.
I feel like you need to like modify some of these. Like, if you're sacrificing something to, I don't know, the Archon of Mercy.
In his
I don't
case, he
think-
would have fed it to fire elementals instead of hungry demons.
Okay, but no, there's other. I feel like there are other ways to conduct a sacrifice to please him. See?
Where you do get some points is the hit dice, because the hit dice on Water Drake is 22. Ooh, so that's +4. That's a big bonus.
If the sacrifice loses extremities to hungry demon, that would be like a fire elemental in that case.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
said.
but that's assuming you're evil still.
Sacrifice is a cleric of another god. Sacrifice
But
is a
defeat-
race or character type hated by the deity, willing but duped, or genuinely willing. I think you're getting a +5 at my end.
Yeah. Okay.
Like an angel might have an alternate requirement. It's not giving them bits of flesh.
Well, if it was of a demon, maybe.
Not necessarily. Whatever.
All right, an hour goes by. You open a grate, and mighty, hungry portal to the fire plane, and the body is consumed and turns to ash before your very eyes. Hungry fire elementals in the rift tear it apart, consuming it.
Oh. What happened? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I lost one on my monitor, yeah.
No, that's not good. Did you try turning it off and turning it back on again?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. Give me a second. It'll take me a second. No, I can't see now. Sorry about that.
All right. Loose cable. All right. So did Ring Sight roll?
Yeah.
So you got advantage, and then you're going to add your bonuses and +5.
Yeah, I gotta do it quick. Can I get guidance?
Yes.
I'll have the D4 to it. Okay. Woo, okay, it's coming. Oh, it's gonna be a big one. 35.
Nice.
Wow.
All right. A fire elemental appears and serves you for 1 hour per hit dice. So you've got 22 hours of a fire elemental. Let me double check something. Greater planar ally, SRD. The specifics of Greater Planar Ally says it functions like Lesser Planar Ally, except that you may call a single creature of 18 hit dice or less. Ooh, nice. You now have an
Wow.
18 hit dice fire elemental for 22 hours.
That's kind of big.
After it finishes consuming the body, it rises and kneels before you and says, "Command me, my master."
You will help us kill this hurt elemental. This hurt Drake. We're gonna use it as an ally here to accomplish our mission.
I want to go talk to those drakes again. Physically this time. And you gotta help me.
Let's see. This one has 15 hit dice. So, Chris, I'm gonna put the stat block in the Dark Sun chat there, and in addition to that, roll 3d12 plus 12.
Man, there's so many ads on that link you gave us. 3D, sorry?
3d12 plus 12.
Okay, one second. We gotta take care of the hurt elemental first.
I want to talk to the drake.
Yeah, the hurt Drake, sorry. 30.
All right. So it's going to have 187 hit points.
$100 and how much?
187 hit points.
Ooh.
It's got 3 hit dice more than the standard Greater Fire Elemental that I linked. It can take on a
That was
fire
before.
form. It has a +8 to hit. It can do a firestorm once in a while. You've got them for the better part of a day.
Yeah, we gotta use it against the hurt Drake. We don't want to confront that fire Drake yet. Okay.
So
And
this whole
Taro,
area is going to be magma
Mhm.
You said you were keeping an eye on the fire drakes. Do you want to say anything to them again with your psychic ability?
I wanted to go see them visibly with Thorn.
All right. So Grimorn, ring sight, is saying, "Let's go find that room, that upper room, the magma room." Do you want to fly up there?
No.
Okay.
But why?
We can go later. We have this elemental that can help us right now. To kill this, the herd drake.
I wanted to use the fire that I told you the flame chosen seems like a pretty good example.
What, you want to use a fire elemental against a fire drake?
We're not
Oh.
fighting them,
Just
we're
not
doing
do it.
diplomacy.
How is that going to help us?
Having a free fire drake sounds pretty helpful.
I'm not gonna get a fire drake. These are wild creatures.
So
I beg to differ.
let me say something. So, Grimorn, think about elements. You are a fire supremacist, and you want the fire element to be supreme. It's currently contested by the water element and the earth element. The drakes are all fighting over this territory here. You've already defeated the water drake, and that's huge because that is the true enemy of the fire drake. But the earth drake is also trying to get rid of the fire drakes. Now, for you, from a religious perspective, you would want the fire drakes to be the dominant element in the region. So you would want to keep the fire drakes here and get rid of the other drakes so that the fire drake is able to procreate and make more of himself. And then this area would be more elementally charged with the power of the flame.
Yeah.
I like how in any other setting you would just be considered a cultist of elemental evil.
Yeah, basically.
Whole adventure first thing 5e did, elemental supremacists, bad.
I want to get rid of this hurt drake anyways right now. Now that
Yes,
we're in this
that's
lair.
what- We're gonna get help.
From what, the fire drake?
Yes.
Maybe. Or it might just decide to eat us because we are near his child.
Well, in that case, I don't know why you bother working for fire.
Now, keep in mind, they are animal intelligence. You know, even a bear that isn't hungry will attack you if you come near its cubs.
Yeah,
Well, all right, hold on. I'm gonna send in a spell again.
You know what we do in Canada? In the weekend, we go to the forest and we talk to the brown bear, and we ask the brown bear to help us kill the wolverine.
I'm gonna say you've given advantage to its reaction roll. So your chances of it not attacking you aggressively as soon as you appear are pretty good. You forewarned it. It won't be as surprised. But your chosen of fire is going to have to really stand out as a chosen of fire when you arrive, or it's not going to work.
There you go. One more sending spell for good measure.
Alright, let me check. This time your communication says, "We return, we approach, we ask permission to meet you." Alright, so when you get close, you're going to warn it again. That's good. But we haven't determined if that's really where you go yet. And Grimorn's got the chariot. You're in the steering. You're in the pilot seat. Where do you take this chariot? Are you
I
headed?
think we should keep on going deeper into these caves here.
Are you headed back to the narrow gap that you couldn't make it through on your chariot?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So you park your chariot right here because it's not going to fit through this little hole.
We have this, so elemental fire. Okay, we have a greater one. How big is that thing?
The stat block says that it is huge. So it's like Morg except 15% bigger.
Probably gonna switch to here.
Yeah. Nice. More coverage of elemental powers.
You're switching to air?
Yeah, for fighting the air tree grenade.
Yeah.
Or-
And we have this big ass what we'll get. That's all. Maybe we'll use it a little bit like a tank at the beginning.
Can I creep up?
All right. Orin
You wanna-
sneaks into the
Yeah.
chamber. Now, Orin, from where you're at, you can see that there's a bit of like a natural stone balcony. Now, this is not a solid wall. You could actually get to the edge of it and look down. There's a lot of verticality to this area. So this goes in levels, right? So you're on this upper level, and then there's a
Yeah.
ledge down here which is maybe 50 feet down, and then the ground below is another 50 feet below that. So this is like a 100-foot drop. There's a bridge that's about halfway. That's 50 feet down from where you're at. Now, there's a very narrow ledge that you can see that connects to a very small passage that goes up here. And there's a large stone channel that runs to the south.
Taro, ring sight. Do you have your air elemental with us?
He should be nearby, yes, at the ship.
At the ship or here?
At the
I
ship.
don't think I bring him.
No, I'm just double.
Can't you summon them pretty easily? Like, isn't he like easy to quick ring?
Yes.
Okay. If I don't see anything living on this, looking over the balcony, I'm gonna creep up ahead here. This hole over here, this on the map, this big, like, tunnel, isn't anything.
I'm
Okay.
just sending spell.
So if you go around the corner and you go over here, you're going to see that there's a dark hole. The dark hole goes to the super underdark. That's another map
Super
exit.
Underdark.
Yeah, that's the
Who named
underdark.
that?
That's the underdark that is under the underdark. It is the underdark.
I think they just call that the deep dark.
The deep dark? Okay. Well, you found
Deep
a
dark?
passageway that exits into the deep dark, which is off the map.
No, it's something else. Hold on. I'm trying to remember. I read this.
Oh my gosh. I'm moving ahead and trying to move silently still, looking for threats. Once I've been through this area,
All right. Up ahead,
lower dark.
there's a light source. A glowing crystal is in the middle of the passage.
oh, well that's interesting.
And there's another glowing crystal further up ahead. It looks like a magic item. There's
That seems like
there is
evidence of
a building. You can
civilization.
see a building up ahead.
Yeah. Of recently living people. So I'm gonna move up ahead.
No question. Is there any traces that might show that there could have been like a drake around?
So these are the light rings. Yeah. An earth drake can tunnel through the ground and dig, and so there are definitely signs that the earth drake has been digging in this room.
Oh.
Keep in mind this is like a balcony, so you can actually look down from where you're at and see way down. So you can see these.
Okay.
Be right back.
The ceilings of this cavern also like 100 feet high.
From where you're at, no. The ceiling is only 20 feet up. But from ground level, from your feet down, is 100 feet down to that bottom level. So the bridge is at the 50-foot level, and then the ground below it is 100 feet down. And I'll indicate sort of the stairs. So the stairs run here, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then here. So that's the intended way if you were on foot to get down to the bottom level.
How do we summon a earthquake out of this lair? Actually, I might get hungry at some point.
I'm just going to get rid of the lines. The map looks nice as it is.
You pick up these light crystal thingies?
You can't pick it up. It's built into the ground. You could try to break it. Do you want to break it off with a strength check?
I'm gonna try to investigate the build.
All right.
19 investigate.
Okay. Up ahead, it looks like there's a large woodworking table. That would be this, and there's even some wood that's still on it right here.
Wood all the way down here.
Yeah. Well, you did spot this bridge, and that bridge is also made of wood.
That's true. Well,
Is it,
okay,
like,
yeah.
petrified or like wood rotted from moisture, or is it still?
The cave that you're in is pretty dry. There's no water in here. It's very old wood, but it is in good shape. It is about the size of a door.
I want to try to find a good spot to phase through to go peek inside this area and see if there's anybody inside the house.
Okay. You peek
Building.
inside. It seems to be abandoned. There's nobody there. The room inside is fairly simple. It's got all the amenities. Maybe there's a sleeping area. There's a work table. There's a cabinet, but there's nothing of value that you can see on it. But it looks as if there was a carpenter living down here at one point. A bridge builder. Possibly a magic user as well, because there's magic crystals lighting up the area outside.
32 on search, but otherwise I communicate that there's nothing of value here. But some sort of carpenter lived here at one point.
Actually, with a search, you're going to find a journal tucked away in a corner.
Ooh, okay.
So the person that lived here seemed to have been literate. You learned to read Common, right?
I did.
All right.
I worked with Sadira over years.
You crack open the journal and begin to read. The journal is the journal of a wizard named Aurelio.
Is that Godzilla?
Now, Aurelio was a defiler, and his journal speaks at length about how he was banished and had to flee underground so that the Templars wouldn't take him before Abalak Ra for punishment for using dark powers without permission. And so he went into hiding, and he was living in these caves here. The journal goes on and on at great length about the riches of the tunnel, the natural resources, the gemstones, and the crystals that could make great magical ingredients in his magic. But towards the end of the journal, he complains about tremors, and then the final journal entry speaks of a horrendous earth drake laying siege to his little place here. And there's no more entries after that, so he must have been eaten by the earth drake.
Nice. That is great. I love it.
Find his magical equipment inside the earth drake coming on.
Yeah, inside of his tummy, yeah.
I love that.
We gotta find some heart drake pile of poo somewhere.
Is there a date on how old the last entry was?
It was some years ago.
Oh,
Maybe like 5 years ago, back when Calic was dying in Tyr. That's when this was happening here.
Okay. I'm gonna tuck this away and use it for bedtime stories later. Tell my kids one day.
Yeah, the unfortunate end of a defiler. You picked the wrong tunnel.
And I want to move ahead, move on further.
On pull, kids.
All right, so you can go down some stairs into the chamber he described with all the large gemstones. So if you wanted to collect some of these, it would take a while, but these would make magical ingredients for a spell.
Oh, yeah. What kind of gems are they?
Are they
It's,
psionic gemstones?
That's actually what I was hoping. I was thinking about that with regards to tier.
nah,
Yeah,
these
how I
are
can
these are magicite.
Magicite.
Yes.
Are we in Final Fantasy 3? Like,
So it is a stone made out of concentrated magical energy.
huh.
Could be used to make a focus item for a wizard or something.
You probably
I'll
need
point
some
that
kind
out.
of tools to mine it, and if you spend an hour mining here, you could get yourself probably like a D6 pounds of material.
Yeah, I do have a +1 mining pit.
Yeah, I'm going to
One of
point that
our-
out. That the journal talks about how these gems here are some kind of concentrated magical power in the form of a gem. He's going to go ahead and work at it for a while. I'm going to go peek ahead and try to find this.
Yeah, the journal does contain entries talking about the strange properties of the magic stone he found here. He's never seen the like before, and he named it magicite.
Koopa.
We should focus on finding that creature. That defiler got devoured probably from the hurt Drake. So.
Yeah, let's hope you don't run into Umaro down here, huh? Long says, will Grimorn try to fight to make the magma elemental or the fire drake supreme down here? Good question. The magma elemental was unhappy about the meat bags fighting, but if the fire drakes are alone, they won't fight.
Yeah, that's true. Might be able to get along with the magma elemental. Is that Godzilla coming out of the crater?
Godzilla is sleeping, but he's kind of far away. You haven't found him yet.
Gojira.
It's Gojira! Everybody run!
We have 30 minutes. Ambush it.
Where'd my character, my token go?
Let's hope it's
Oh, there
sleeping
it
so you can backstab it while it's sleeping. Coup de grace.
Still invisible. Peeking up.
Party advances. Where's your
Slowly, yeah.
greater elemental? Is he in the room here?
Yeah.
No, I want to keep him back until it's time.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the crystal room.
Yeah, we're in the crystal room.
Okay.
Chilling, waiting for Orin to give us the way to go.
So, Orin and Ringsight, when you get here, there's a passageway. I described it earlier. It connects here to here. It's sort of a bit of a natural staircase that descends down to a ledge right there. And let's just say it does not go this way. That's a dead end. Okay, and up ahead, you can see a very large cavern. And it's got a massive pile of stone. There. And there's another massive pile of stone in this corner over here.
The hide on this Drake will be interesting.
Alright, so up ahead, sort of gently snoring, and nestled in a crater of jagged stones is the massive, gargantuan, Godzilla-like Earth Drake. The earthquake that he caused has uprooted quite a few stones, and he is settled down to rest right in the middle of them. And the stones create sort of a natural defense. It increases his armor class quite a bit from almost every angle. But it's a very large cavern, and if you fly, you can get a high angle where he doesn't have an improved armor class. He's like a soldier behind the wall fortifications of a castle. The natural stone forms those fortifications all around him.
I want to take a look at the ceiling and see if the ceiling seems to be stable or if there's stuff that could just fall off.
Now, there is a smooth dome of a ceiling to this cavern. It would be impossible to break off parts of it. Pretty much anything that could have collapsed off that ceiling did long ago from the many earthquakes and tremors. And now it's left just a big round chamber.
Sounds like the her Drake is probably the one causing most of the earthquakes.
Yeah.
Do we want to ambush it? Have a surprise attack on it?
Fine, that's yeah, it's pass without trade.
Yeah, my chariot could make it here. Huh?
It couldn't fit. There were
Okay.
narrow gaps that prevented you from getting through right over here.
Yeah, we'll leave it by. We're gonna need a little character icon for the chariot.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a cart.
Yeah, that big wooden cart.
No, it's broken. What about the Kank cart? Does that one load?
Yeah, King cart is better. It's huge though. Is that made in World of Warcraft?
Yeah, I think so.
Can we reduce this?
Here, let me detach the Kanks from it.
Yeah, we can play with that later though. It's not a big rush.
Okay.
And we see that earthquake.
So, the way I described it, he has dug himself down into a natural fortification. He's got a significantly improved armor class the way he's positioned. However, it's a crater, and if you were to fly to the upper part of the chamber, some like more than 30 feet up, you would have an angle where he just has his regular armor class because you're shooting down into the crater.
By how tall is the chamber?
The chamber is 50 feet. You need to be 30 feet up to get a good angle, which leaves about 20 feet at the top.
Look where below me. Just look at the passive entries.
Yeah, I think without the pass without trace, he might have noticed you. He does have a passive perception of 14. But most of you are flying. I think you're the only one who has actually gone into the room yet. Man, this thing is a beast. This is like the strongest Drake that there is.
Okay, very good stuff. I will actually encase this thing in a wall of thorn ball like I did with the water drake. And the rest of the party is attacking.
Oh, I was AFK for a second. Are you guys going to try to attack it?
Morgan's
Yeah, we
taking the
are,
surprise round. He casts a wall of thorns.
Do we have the magic carpet around?
No, just the.
I have it.
So he auto fails because he was asleep. He doesn't even try to do a dex save.
No, I'm gonna
So-
do a fireball on it.
Roll me some damage, Lon.
Can I start? That's okay. I'll just do a fireball.
And it's going to do 28 piercing damage as it forms around and punctures him like a natural iron vein.
He's
Trying
got
to burrow now.
resistance to damage, but it's magic, so I think it gets through. Oh, I made a cool thing. Check it out. Do you like it?
What the heck? Fireball.
Yeah,
Nice. Oh, yeah.
that looks like from like the art from not Hero Quest, Battle Masters. That's what it was.
Oh, I love that game.
I approve of it.
Battle Masters is so fucking good. I had Hero Quest and Battle Masters. Those are like two of my favorite board games.
Me too. Back when I was a kid. Still got Hero Quest next to me, actually, somewhere over here.
I'm gonna cast the silent fireball.
All right. Well, he can't. Well, I think he woke up after the first attack, so I'm gonna give him a dex save on this one.
I was saying, I said I had held action for the wall thorns when the other party would start attacking. So the wall thorns was after.
So he does this fireball, and then you do the Wall of Thorns?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will give him a save on the Wall of Thorns. 21. Your DC is 22, so he still fails.
It's 24, but yeah.
Or 24, yeah, sorry.
You're rolling 1 and 2. 5 of
Okay, so then this is the one he doesn't make a save, so he takes the full damage.
1 second. Tell you the difference. That's 5, 44 fire damage. Kaboom! Bach chase that. Boop.
All right. Oren, you going to get a sneak
Yeah.
attack in there?
Love to.
Like I said, you have to fly 30 feet up, so keep that in mind. You're going to be flying 30 feet up in the air to get this attack off.
All right, fair enough. I will put my.
You can try to attack him without doing that, but his AC is significantly higher if you don't fly upward.
Oh, I don't know if a 19 is gonna make it. I'm gonna blow a dice on this.
Okay.
I mean, sheesh, 21. Does that make it?
You fire your attack with your best intent to land a deadly sneak attack, but the hide of the Earth Drake is so impenetrably hard that it just bounces off harmlessly.
Terrible, terrible. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I'm gonna roll initiative.
Use like low detection to rehire.
I'm not invisible anymore. Yeah, I could. Oh, that's spring sight. I'm gonna slip into the ground to hide.
All right, Morg. Round 2. The Earth Drake is fully awake and roaring with anger. At the top of the initiative, just before you can react, there's a lair action. On initiative count 20, the lair action causes part of the ceiling to collapse. So the Earth Drake stomps its feet in rage, and the entire chamber begins to shake violently. All right, so he can only target one creature to hit with this attack. He didn't like the fireball. Gramorn, roll me a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Oh shoot! I have my fire elemental that needs to attack as well. Okay. Failed.
Okay, so you are going to take 10 bludgeoning damage. You're knocked prone and you're buried in stones.
Ooh. Ten, you said?
Yeah. 10 bludgeoning damage and you're buried in stones. You're restrained, you're unable to breathe, you cannot stand up. A creature can take an action to make a DC 10 strength check to end the buried state on a success. Alright, so that's the lair action. And then it's going to be Morg's turn.
Morg? Or Oren?
Yeah, I was looking up if my spell was if the sun beam was daylight or if it's just regular light. Yeah, I'm gonna use the sunbeam spell at 7th level, so it's gonna be up one.
Is it a Constitution save?
Yeah, unfortunately, probably has my constitution, but it's gonna
I have rolled a 30 on his Constitution save.
be. Yeah, he's gonna take half damage.
40?
30.
A 30? Still crazy high.
So he's taking half of 36 of 18
All right.
radiant damage.
All right.
Okay, roll for my turn.
All right. That means the Earth Drake gets his first angry turn. He is going to unleash his mighty psychic blast. He unleashes a devastating psychic energy in a 60-foot cone.
Oh, is this side of the room, is this open, or is this like a closed cavern? So I'm going to spread out away from the here.
Yeah, this is wide open. You can walk here, all over here. You just can't you can't go through the wall of
Yeah,
stones
that's all I'm
here.
saying. It's like, is this all over cavern?
But yeah, you can walk all back in
Yeah,
here.
I'd be awake.
So you went first, so that you did that before the Earth Drake, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, with quick thinking, you run as fast as you can. Because of your high initiative, you were able to press yourself against the wall and evade this attack. Everybody else, though, you're getting blasted by a huge wave of psychic energy. Each creature in this area has to make a DC 22 intelligence save, or they take 66 psychic damage. Save for half, so 66 or 33. This is going to hurt either way.
Now, I went into the wall, but this goes through walls, doesn't it? So I'm getting hit by this too.
Yeah.
Does it go through stones piled on top of you?
Yep.
I'm taking the damage.
Okay, and it was a intelligence save, you said?
DC 22 intelligence saving throw against 66 psychic damage. That is a 10d12 attack.
Nope.
Ouch. All right, your mind shatters as you are... In your mind, you are being consumed for years, and then you sort of snap out of it and realize you're in a psychic attack.
Pretty effed, actually.
How much damage?
66 psychic damage on a fail.
Oh, 6/6. Like I thought it was 6. I thought it was 6 sided dice. No.
It was 10,
Okay, well,
10 d12 psychic damage. 66 is the average.
6.
Chris, do you want to roll for your elemental? It's got a... let's see, it's got a -1 on the
Yeah,
save.
it's taking it.
It's taking it. Ouch.
How much?
66. It's got 121 hit points left. Did ring sight?
Yes.
Did you mark your damage? Did you roll your save?
Oh, it didn't roll. Sorry. Oh, well, 7 was the natural result, so I think I failed.
Okay, so you have taken a whopping 66 psychic damage. That's pretty horrific.
No. I take 33.
Resist psychic? Very good.
Yes.
All right. You're the... well, not quite the least affected, but you weather the storm better than the others. And I'm going to make a note that it used its recharge effect. Okay. We still got time? Yeah, we got a few minutes left. That was the Earth Drake. Oren, you're next.
Okay, I'm not doing well, but I'm going to try one more time to get through this hide. And so that's going to be a hide action, move, strike. Nope.
All right.
Can't get through it.
Impenetrable hide. It's like a diamond.
Okay, I'm hoping he doesn't have another psychic attack to give right now, because if that happens again, I'm gonna be toast.
That is like his equivalent of a dragon's breath, so it's on recharge. So you've got like a 66% chance that he can't do it 2 times in a row.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I can retreat deeper into the stone.
Yeah,
That's
you want
about all
to
I
use
can
a movement? Where do you go? Position yourself.
I'm gonna hold on. 30 feet. I can get almost out of dodge here.
I was thinking maybe you could go hide in the smaller crater over here behind the rock wall. It does provide cover, just like it's giving to the Earth Drake over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go into cover over there. There we go.
Okay. So that's going to give you +5 AC and improve your hiding as well.
Okay. That is good to know.
Okay.
That Drake at its turn.
The Earth Drake takes a legendary action at the end of Orin's turn.
Okay, but it ended its turn. It didn't move anywhere, right?
The legendary action is the Earth Drake moves 10 feet without provoking attacks of opportunity. So the Earth Drake is going to leap up onto the edge of the crater rock wall that it had dug for itself. So it's sort of standing on the pinnacle of this rock, which allows it to...
Past the wall of Orange thing and at a quarter of the speed.
What do you say? I can't understand you.
That's a good question.
Oh,
He would probably only be able to move, what, like 2 feet? If it's 4 times? And I take it back. He doesn't do that. That would be dumb. He's going to shoot a psionic blast. I think he's going to probably target you, Morg. So you get blasted for a D8 psychic damage as his legendary action.
okay.
And it's got no save.
Dragon?
It just says 5.
Didn't. Okay, I just take 5 damage.
So at the end of Orin's turn, the Earth Drake does a legendary action. It zaps you for a little bit of psychic damage, and then it goes to Ringsight's turn after that.
Oh.
Can you roll the dex save for the Drake? Going to take the slashing damage for being in the thorns surrounding its body.
He does not save. He has no dexterity, so he takes the full damage.
Alright, 28 slashing damage.
Nice. And he also didn't move. He did the other thing instead. So he just stays put where he was. Ringsight, it's your move.
Okay. Let's not overcomplicate this. Psychic Lance.
All right, you blast the Psychic Lance at the Earth Drake. The Earth Drake is a powerful psionic creature, so he does have damage resistance against Psychic, so he's going to take half. He's also going to get a save. What is it, Wisdom?
Intelligence.
Oh, shit. He has a minus 2, so he rolls a 3, which gives him a 1. But he still takes half damage.
That's gonna do it.
How much damage was it?
25.
All right, half of 25 is 12.
Now you are stunned. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you got him with a stun as well. I'm trying to think, how does stun affect legendary actions? Can he still take his legendary actions? Does stun prevent that?
I have no idea. It's your decision.
That's a question I've never faced before.
And does he have to be
Does he not have legendary resistances?
I've been saving him.
Google says yes, it does prevent legendary action.
Yeah, he has to be conscious.
It makes him incapacitated, so that does, yeah. You cannot use a legendary action while incapacitated. Okay, that's really
Nice.
powerful. Stun.
They still get legendary resistance though, but have
Yeah. Well, that's okay. Gives us a chance to regroup real quick.
He only has 3 legendary resistances per day, and he's saving them. He's not using them right away. He hasn't gotten low on health, so he's not really scared for his life yet.
So it's stun now.
That prevents him from taking his next action, right?
Yes.
And then it's just over? There's no save? It just ends?
He has to. Hang on.
Let me look at the wording on the spell. It matters.
Until the start of my next turn.
Stun
He
incap
gets to sit on his focus.
until ring sight's
Oh my.
turn. Okay, so
Oh, savage.
I do sometimes feel like this spell is cheating, but the updated version, which is UA or whatever, the updated version for 2024 is just, instead of being stunned, they're merely incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
well, it's the same thing. Stun is incapacitate according to the rules. Okay, that's really powerful. If you can hit it. Okay, so Ringsight does his shot, Grimoire. Your last turn, what do you do?
I'm gonna have the greater elemental to go and attack it.
All right.
Engulf it, pretty much. Sit on it. Burn, burn, burn.
The Earthdrake does take fire damage, so that works. You're doing
crazy
fire? Firestorm? Is that the one?
I'm not even sure if that's the. I think it's gonna do a touch. Multi-attack.
Okay, so you want to make 2 slam attacks.
Yeah.
All right, he's got +8 to hit. Give me a couple d20s. Oh, actually, he's incapacitated, so roll those as attacks with advantage.
Okay. What's the hit on this thing? Is there any plus?
+8.
Oh yeah. I have no idea.
I gave you the link. Did you open it?
Yep. Alright. First attack. That's gonna be a 19.
That'll miss.
Second.
That'll miss as well.
Yeah. But he's still gonna. So, huh?
I said just touching it and hugging it will
Yeah, he's still gonna take some damage.
Fire.
If it hits, it could ignite it. You'd have better luck using its other ability, Firestorm, which causes a dex save against a bunch of fire damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So next round, do that Firestorm instead.
Okay. Then I have to roll my strength check.
Yeah, get out from under that pile of rocks. DC 10. I think you automatically make it. And then it takes half your movement to get up, so you've used an action and a movement.
Yeah, I've got it. That takes half my movement.
An action and half your movement to stand up.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it. I'm gonna drink. I'm pretty good right now.
So you've got 15 feet of movement and a bonus action.
I am going to take my fire elemental shape.
Okay. So as a bonus action, you turn into a fire elemental. Poof. And with that, we have run out of time. It is midnight. So thanks for watching out there in Twitch land. I'm going to end the stream. Catch us the same time next week. Every Wednesday, D&D night, Dark Sun. You guys have any last words?
GG's.
GG.
Sacrifice it to the fire lord.
To the flames!